All right, let's look at Hungrybox and IBDW. Oh, this is a little loud. Okay, so before we talk about IBDW versus Hungrybox, I kind of watched it, but we're just gonna go through some key points. I think the big thing for me, so I first ran into IBDW at one of the Smash Cons, and he wasn't really a known player at that point. He was an up and comer. Funny story, so I played and I just got there, right? I'm in this rotation. I don't know who this guy is. And in this entire rotation, I'm like losing to him every game. And I was just like, okay, like I'm like really bad. This was like in 2016, and I just kept getting beat. And it was just like this Fox was like very clean, didn't approach poorly, and I kept trying to skirmish with him, but he kept just winning out in the skirmishes because there weren't like really. It was really hard to find holes in like how he engaged, and I was just like, okay, like this guy's really good. I'm mad at myself because I just also think I'm bad because I was just like, this is a random. So that's like my first story of like IBDW in 2016. Funny story though, like I thought about the match. I ended up beating him in the tournament the next day at Smash Con because I noticed that he wasn't really good at the mid screen, the mid distance game, and I kept baiting him over and over into approaching, and then I kept killing him. But I think one of the big things I realized from that tournament, outside of self-plugging there, was, man, like there's so many things that even back in 2016 were so clean about his Fox. It was fast, it was clean, it was really hard to beat in skirmishes, and it punished hard. So I think when you have that as like your core component, it's like a really good core to work with, and then you gradually work on neutral. You work on your short distance game, you work on your long distance game, you work on your platforms, you work on your mid screen, and you learn how to get good positions for yourself. And I knew that over time that as long as he kept focusing on improving those aspects and thinking about what he needs to do in the mid screen, like he was going to get really good. So we're going to go into this match. And one of the things that I want to also point out about Fox is IBDW's Fox reminds me of the old school Japanese Foxes, where like they are, if you ever watch like Masashi or an old school Fox that plays FD only, they really abuse full hop approaches. So they full hop, and then if they find that their opponents extend into the Fox, they will back air, they'll find an aerial. If they don't find anything good, then they will just back off. And it's really hard to beat. It's a very oppressive strat. And the other part of this is that if you have a platform to bail yourself out on, then the other part is you can hover around and full hop into your opponent, and if it just doesn't work and you don't find your opening, you can retreat and go to a platform safely. And so that's like one of Cody's core strengths, is being able to react to with his full hop, which is a really good position. It's kind of similar to like a floaty, or even something like Wizzy's Falcon, which like falls very slowly with a full hop slow fall aerial, where he's falling down, but he has a large window where if, let's say, the opponent spot dodges or jumps, then like he will immediately react and hit you. And that's one of the things that IBDW does really well. So we're going to look at the match. All right, there's a lot of context. So we're going to go through the set. So like so if you look right now, like he's already full hopping a lot. And the one thing that's like a key point in finding Hungrybox is discipline. So like if Hungrybox jumps in to IBDW, then he's gonna find a back air. So he's preemptively putting a wall here saying like, if you come into this space, I will back air you. So pretty good. He's not like going in your face. So it kind of works here, right? another full hop. But look, he can drift into him, he can drift out. There's so many options here. And of course, if Hungrybox starts reacting to this, he will get punished hard. Like if, Hungrybox starts like up tilting. But IBD, I'm going to call him Cody because IBDW is a mouthful. He's reacting to what Puff is doing and then drifting accordingly. Gets grabbed there. This is actually really good. Alright, most people panic here. They go, oh my gosh, like let me run in. And this is one of the things that top players feast, especially like a Hungrybox. If you roll in, Hungrybox covers the roll, you're dead on reaction. And so this becomes a tough mix-up to deal with from the corner because you don't have stage position, and if you do something wrong, you could die. But look at how calm Cody is. He just walks up forward and then, kind of gets his space back, and now he has his space back. So, like, the fact that he didn't panic and just go, like, I gotta run at my opponent or do something, but he just, like, walked a tiny smidge forward is something that most people can learn from, because they go, like, oh, crap, I'm in the corner, I'm gonna do my panic option, I'm gonna just try to get out of here. But, Hungrybox is that type of player that if you start jumping too much, he will eventually throw out a back air above your head. He's going to start up airing above him, and you just get back air, back air, back air. Or if you try to roll, or if you try to run into him, he does have strong options that if he catches on, like, you're kind of screwed. So once again, that falling back air is something that's going to be a resonating theme. Right here. Once again, these back airs are really tough to deal with unless Hungrybox preemptively knows that it's coming. But because it's not coming, IBDW is like slow falling these and going like, okay, like, if I do hit his shield, it's pretty safe since he has shine, or I just get a free hit. One of the other good things here is punishing Puff as she lands. So this is a really good, hit. A little bit of an overextension, gets a little bit lucky. Okay, so here's the thing. Panic responses. This is what Hungrybox feasts on. IBDW up smashes in place here. The immediate response is to panic, right? This is a very thing. It's like, oh crap, I threw something really laggy. I'm going to roll. I'm going to immediately roll because Hungrybox is going to try to attack me. But Hungrybox is always going to cover that roll here. Like, you look at that spacing, it's a, I'm going to eat up that roll if you do it. Look at how instead of not rolling, he just holds his position. He doesn't try to do a panic option here. He stays. And that's like just being experienced with the situation and knowing what your opponent's looking for. So those little things are those are the things that top players will punish mid-level players for, are those panic rolls, those panic jumps. But look at how composed Cody is here to not do it. And then eventually the play is lost. He does go for the up smash, but look at how patient he is. He does get punished, but little things like that are going to help you in the long run.
A lot of people missed that tech actually on the neutral air, but H-Box he started charging it. Yeah, he was a good player. Yeah, that charge might have been what killed him too.
Once again, look at these. Look at this full hop interaction. Look at those full hop backers.
No, because that's risky, right? Because if IBW techs in place, then that's a dead H-Box. But he's willing to make that sacrifice. No, he knew. He's all or nothing.
So it's looking pretty good. Normally people will jump immediately. He does a down B for an extra half cadence, whereas people shine and immediately they have a certain timing to it. Look at how he delays it for another like half a second longer than normal. That's what those little off cadence things actually save you. So look, he does it for an extra bit longer and he lives. If he went a little bit sooner, he would have died. One thing I also like to see here is that he's not forcing a kill. This is another thing Hungrybox feasts on. Hungrybox gets the first kill. He's at kill percent. People run up, try to up smash, try to do stuff, and then they just get bodied. I think the really good thing here is just the discipline that IBDW has. Doesn't try to force too much.
I think he does better in like close reporters too. The style that he has and the pressure he puts on. Yeah, watching his last set, even when H
I don't mind that dash attack. So once again, full hop back air is just like what he's been really getting. He's been really good at spacing those full hop back airs. And he's not overdoing it, and he's not doing it in bad positions. So let's see. Let's see how this keeps going. The unfortunate DI. Another back air. Another back air. And look at this like drill right here. He will drift away so he doesn't get grabbed. A lot of foxes, they'll try to like push forward, and if like Hungrybox like wave dash backs here and then reads that they're drifting in, then you just get grabbed and then you lose. So Hungrybox is doing a good job. He's punishing what he needs to. But the good thing is that Cody is still keeping to his game. He's not over forcing on the sides. He's keeping center stage. And he's like backing off when he doesn't feel like it's good. He's not forcing. Panic roll there, doesn't get punished. Again, this is, if you ever play Hungrybox in your Fox, look at how Hungrybox always covers the roll in place. If you roll in on Hungrybox, 90% of the time he's resting on reaction. Look. See? So it doesn't roll in. Good recognition. Oh, and he reads the jump. Good confirm. Ooh, good confirm there. Punishing the raw grab. Ooh, that's actually really good. So if you were ever wondering like a spot where you punish the landing, and that's just like a really good dash dance bait, similar to like what Marth does like Spaceys. So that was actually like really good. So like Cody's just playing a really solid game. Not panicking is the important thing. Back air, and then makes Hungrybox run into him. Okay, so one good adaptation is that we're seeing a lot of dash attacks because Cody's just been walking forward. Instead of rolling, Cody's walking forward into Hungrybox after like a mini weird spot. And Hungrybox is recognizing like, hey, like you're just walking into me. I'm gonna try to call you out on this by dash attacking into you. So you're seeing a lot of dash attacks from Hungrybox. See right there. Good lead. This is the spot that's really tough for Hungrybox or like for Fox mains, because at any point rest is in play and you pretty much win the game. Pretty good full hop control. Once again, catches the landing. Catches the landing here again, clips him. Always good to try to punish Jigglypuff's landing if you can. And Crunch is probably really mad there actually, because like that's one of the things that Crunch says, like don't gamble on, like if you just play a disciplined game, like you can win. Like that's like Crunch telling Hungrybox, like those pounds, like yeah, they can win you games, but you don't need it to win. Like you're good enough that you don't need a all-in gamble to win. Good CC. Little, just a bit of damage. Look at these back airs. Just like look at like how Cody back airs. Like he full hop back airs, and he's just like reacting like to the positioning. And like so like you're probably wondering like why doesn't he get punished more? But Cody's doing a really good job backing off a lot of the times when, so it's like kind of like a mix up. Like look at the drift. Look at the aerial control here. This one. That's really good. Drifting is like what's winning him a lot of these exchanges. These minor drift aways when it's like not safe to hit, and like when he can confirm with a drift in. Hungrybox. That's actually, it's not bad. I mean, Hungrybox gets like 30. I mean, IBDW gives him 30 damage off of like the Firefoxes. So like look here. IBDW recognizes Hungrybox going to drift away. Like here, he could have gone in. Pretty risky to drop here because he can easily get grabbed. And so he ends up drifting back. So just really good drift awareness. What's up, Curly? So once again, like even just like this full hop, like he could have pushed in, and Hungrybox was looking for a grab, but IBDW ends up drifting away instead of going in forward, and Hungrybox is really looking for something juicy here, but IBDW is reacting correctly. Nothing's really going on, just streaming. But okay. Hungrybox gets called out for that dash attack that's been working last game. And once again, this is something that Hungrybox is always going to look for. Back air, he's looking for the tech roll in. IBDW doesn't bite. Look. Oh wow, that was like the perfect confirm. Doing the down. I'm not sure what the exact percentage actually is on Dreamland for the up throw up air to kill. I know it's a lot higher. Dash attack again. Look. He's not rolling in. He's not taking the bait. Hungrybox covering the tech in. Covering it again. I think this is at this point. This situation has happened like 5 to 6 times. I think what Hungrybox needs to do is he actually, instead of just like going here and then wave dashing back to that roll in position, he needs to punish IBDW just for teching in place every single time. So what Hungrybox could do here is actually just jump forward air into that spot where he techs in place, and then he punishes it. So at the very least, you turn it into a mix-up, and possibly maybe Hungrybox is going to keep this in mind. He's thinking, IBDW, every time I'm conditioning him to tech in place, at the end of the game, when I need that read, I'm just going to throw a hitbox in the tech in place, and then I'm going to get off stage and win the game. So maybe that's the case, but right now Cody is getting away with a lot of tech in places in the corner, and Hungrybox is overly telegraphing that he's looking for the roll in. And so look, Cody's not antsy to fight this wall, right? Now, a lot of people, they jump in, and then Hungrybox just walls and just gets free hits. So look, after he doesn't cover it, Hungrybox looks for the jump, which is what most Foxes will do. But look at the discipline to hold shield and let Hungrybox make the first and he made Hungrybox jump. It's like when basketball, when you force your opponent, the defender, to jump first. That's kind of what this is that you have to preemptively cover. You have to preemptively cover a shot, but he's just like, nope, I'm not going to jump. You jump first. Now I get stage. That was just such a good wait. Now he has center stage again. He has stage. He got out of the corner, which is a really hard spot. A little bit of a risky nair. Okay, this is a really good thing. A lot of people would go for the immediate grab, but he goes for aerial. I think aerial overall is better because you get into an awkward spot dodge mix-up where you can get caught, which is what a lot of other Foxes do. They just run up, try to grab, and then Hungrybox just spot dodge and grabs you, and then you feel really bad and stupid. I think it's just safer to throw an aerial there. Good trade. Just a lot of good damage here. He gets called out on the jump, but the key part here is not overly doing something preemptively. He goes in, and then he stops, gets Hungrybox to commit, and then he does his action. Many Foxes, they just go bam, bam, bam. They immediately try to do something. They immediately try to jump. And Hungrybox is looking for those options. He's looking for IBDW to immediately jump. That's why these backers are spaced the way they are. Eventually he gets hit. Hungrybox calls out the jump. And he wins neutral. But a lot of the discipline against Hungrybox is knowing what Hungrybox is calling out and looking for. Once again, I'm going to show you just another full hop interaction. Realizes that nothing's going to work out, so he ends up retreating. Other Foxes that don't really drift, they're going to end up in this range here. They're going to get grabbed, and then they lose the game. Here, IBDW wisely retreats, calls the night short easily. That drift, the full hops. Oh, that was such an amazing good call out. Gets Hungrybox to retreat, doesn't commit anything. This is just like, look at how patient he is. That's like actually crazy. Most people would like to like throw a hitbox right away, and sometimes that's warranted, right? But wow, the fact that he chooses not to do anything is like the incredible thing. So I just want to point out another thing here. A lot of foxes would run and try to do a grab, but this grab is very hard to do, and if you miss the grab, you will get back thrown and killed. Instead, Cody maintains his distance, tries to go for a down tilt. I like it. That's unfortunate. Fair trade. You gotta... 3 months. Thank you, B-Bone. So that's what happens. It's like, this is the risk you run into by running in and grabbing Hungrybox off a tech chase. Like, if you are not precise. So if we just go back a bit. So we're gonna just like go. This is like the tough part of playing against Hungrybox. You think you have a really good situation for yourself. It's gonna come up. You go in for the grab. You miss the grab because spot dodge comes out way too quick. And then you're just in a weird spot. And then you get like put in a really weird vortex kind of thing. Really good call out, actually. Basically read that he was going to act right away. And you see, Hungrybox always going to look for this tech roll in. He hasn't adjusted. It's always the tech roll in. So we see Fox is going to have to tech. And then Hungrybox covers the center stage option. But the really good thing here, actually, this is actually kind of the crazy part of it, is he jumps. He fakes going in with the fair on tech in place. And he also is kind of low-key saying, like, I can kind of cover your tech roll to the corner of the stage. So IBDW reacts to this jump by teching in. And this is actually just a really smart bait by Hungrybox. By jumping here instead of just standing on the ground, it gets IBDW to react and say, okay, he's not covering, he's doing a different preemptive, like, tech coverage thing. So I think rolling in is going to work this time. But look, that's actually like some like next level stuff. Considering this whole set so far, we've been seeing him just stand at the roll distance. This time he jumps and makes IBDW think that the roll in is going to be good. That's actually just like really insane. The rest, no punish. That's not a good start. Lasers, horizontal. What an exciting time for our game, definitely. So pretty good. You're on a level stage, no top platform. Lasers are going to be good. It's cornered already. Okay, really good here. Not this one, but just not contesting here is really good. Just watching Hungrybox play out and then playing off the after Hungrybox throws a hitbox to move forward is really smart, because if he just jumps in before the hitbox comes out, then Hungrybox can just react back here. But look, he waits it out and then sees what Hungrybox does and just reacts accordingly. So a lot of this matchup, actually, you can react to many things because Pop is kind of slow on many aspects. And that's what IBDW is doing really well. Does lasers, doesn't force too hard. Ooh. Don't know if that was a read. Hungrybox has been doing a lot of dash attack. Hungrybox has been doing a lot of dash attacks, so maybe he could said to himself, I'm going to hold shield. If you run up, grab me, there's enough time for me to react and spot dodge. But if you throw forward smash or dash attack, I'm just going to hold shield and immediately up smash out of shield. So I think that was like if that's what Cody was thinking was going to happen, that was a really good call out. Yeah, he held shield for a really long time. Or maybe Hungrybox was going to aerial. That's another possibility, and that's what Cody thought. Once again, dash attacks. There, he's a little bit greedy for that back air. Again, a little bit greedy for the back air. Hungrybox sniffs it out. The full hop back air onto the grounded Hungrybox. Hungrybox is spacing pretty well around it, so he's sniffing out the full hop approaches pretty well. Windmill saves. Gets center stage. That's really smart. Don't play in the corner if you don't have to. Overall, he's forcing Hungrybox to make the first move, and that's like really important. But he's not trading too much stage in the process. And he's shielding at the right distances. These lasers transitioning into other things is really good. Okay, that was a little bit wonky. I think that was a little janky on both sides. Don't really know what to think about that there. Good call out. That's like a mango-esque up air, actually. Yeah. So the issue here is that this is like kind of where like Puff has a hard time. I'm going to show you the exact moment. Is that that limb sticks out for a really long time, and so if you can get into the right running momentum into Hungrybox by like they throw a move, but you can immediately like jump drift or jump and use your dash momentum to do a hitbox. That's like gonna be your opening in these air exchanges, and Hungrybox is gonna have to like drift away. But if you can catch them underneath, it's actually like a really good position for you, whether you or just for like almost any character. Most foxes actually can only get close enough to back air, but the fact that he's able to find an up air here and HBox doesn't DI it is like really important. So full stock lead. This is actually pretty crazy. Hungrybox has just not been able to get anything. And the cool part here, so the vulnerability, he runs right, Hungrybox calls out the right, and he doesn't need to jump here. Many foxes are very tempted to jump. You can just turn the other way, or you can even shield and roll, and you can get away from this spot, and IBDW just walks away. A lot of people get caught by like a back air or an up tilt there, and then they lose the game, or they lose a stock. So pretty good, forcing again Hungrybox to get in. Doesn't even give the spacing for a grab. Look at how like good distance he is. Doesn't even give the space for the grab there. Just really good spacing. Okay, I'm gonna just really point out something like really good here. These Fox lasers are phenomenally good. The reason why is at this point, Jigglypuff is landed. So the affected distance is going to be right around here. But look at how closely IBDW spaces these lasers. But look at how not vulnerable he is. Like this is like the perfect distance, and then he runs away. Gets a little bit of damage and gets the up tilt or down tilt rather. So the mid range game has been phenomenally good actually. And then he reacts to the I think that was a reaction to the no tech. That's actually crazy. Not giving a grab. Oh, now he does. The shine. The shine didn't calculate. Ooh, adds the laser for a little bit. So just not giving Hungrybox much to work with. Once again, Hungrybox is going to have to find a route to work. IBDW is contesting the mid space, but often when you laser, the issue is that you give up too much space. IBDW is contesting whenever he goes in. Uh-oh. He's pretty safe. That's a hard hit to hit for Jigglypuff, honestly. I like the idea of it. Oh, that platform actually ends up screwing him over. So Hungrybox is just looking for panic jumps. So like the way he's spacing is he's saying, I hope that you jump into my aerials and then I'm going to punish you. Look at how he's spacing. He's hoping that the fox is going to overextend. But look at how disciplined he is for the most part. That's actually like, it's just like really good recognition on what Hungrybox is looking for, just not giving anything. I think overall though, like if Crunch and him watch this match, they're gonna think of new plans. But like the discipline to laser when it's appropriate, when you know for a fact that Hungrybox can't hit you, and then went to like shield and not like overcommit in a panic skirmish option is what's winning IBDW. Literally, Hungrybox has like nothing to work with. Questionable spot dodge. Maybe he was thinking it was a roll. That's like probably the overcommitment that you don't want to see, but he gets away with it with the up smash. A lot of crouch canceling from IBDW. Oh god, that was such a good bait. Wow. Hungrybox wanted to call out that aerial. If it was a nair and he could have CC grabbed it, very likely. Once again, doesn't panic in the corner. This is a spot. These little things are what win you games against Hungrybox. Like, most foxes will run and panic in the corner. They're just like, oh crap, I'm in the corner, I gotta run out. Oh, pound. Oh crap, tech chase, you're dead. Tech chase, Hungrybox grabs you, he reads the tech, he kills you. Look at how he just stands here. and then he jumps out of the way. This is so good. Good shield drop. Even gets a little bit of damage. No grab. And another confirm off a weak Nair. I think it was Mango that said it before, but weak Nair leads into a ton of magic in this matchup. And Hungrybox even, like, I think ASDIs it down, and Hungrybox ends up getting hit killed by an up smash reaction. That's actually really good. I think one thing that Cody honestly noticed is that Hungrybox always likes to tech roll away. So I think that's a read that he had, and that's something I've been noticing too. Wait, what even happened here? It just all happened so fast. Okay. Just like not giving anything for free. Now there's lasers. Another thing I want to point out here is the full hops again are kind of hard for Puff to deal with in certain situations. But look at this crouch canceling too. Like even like if Weak Fair hits IBDW, he's been shining, he's been down tilting, and he's been putting the weaker aerials at lower percent in check from Hungrybox, and it makes it even more difficult for Hungrybox. So, like, I think the really good part here is that Cody is recognizing when he's going to get hit by something or when it's just wise to just hold down and crouch. And that's been like working on a lot of situations where he gets crouch cancel shine and then it leads into a potential follow-up that's good, or it gives him state's position again. Either is like very good against Puff. And once again, catches the landing. This is like the 4th time this set he catches a really good media attack with a land. 36%. He's not giving Hungrybox anything. And as I say that, he gets grabbed. But most of the time, he's not even putting himself in a position to get grabbed. Except for there. But honestly, even in this situation, it's not even bad. Like, I would I don't want to get rested here, but if it means that I get 20 to 30% on a rest with a 2-stock advantage, like, that's actually quite significant, because what happens here is that if IBDW can get like 40 more percent here, then rest is no longer in play. Like at like the 60 to 70% range. Like if he gets rested and he just up smashes and wins the game. So you don't like getting rested, but like at a 4-stock to 1 lead, like taking 20 to 30 damage is huge. Like it will effectively take away 1/3 of your life bar until it becomes a 1-stock to 1-stock game. So this is just like looking pretty good. Okay, a little bit panicky, but still lasering. He just needs 2 more hits, and then it's pretty much game. Full hop approaches. Once again, not falling for the up tilt, not falling for these tactics, and he just jabs and wins the game. So just some key points. Not panicking from the corner was really important. Anytime that IBDW was in a rough position where if you do the panic option, whether jumping, running forward, or rolling, those are the things that Hungrybox is looking for, but Cody had the presence of mind not to do that. He called out a lot of lands from Hungrybox, where Hungrybox would land, he'd immediately hit him. And then the walls and the drift from IBDW were solid, and overall he played a really solid game plan, and it was just like an overall really good game. So props to him. I think that was really impressive. So did you guys learn anything from that? Press 1 if you kind of learned something or if you liked it. There's like something in my back.